I'm just thinking like, how can I partner with anybody that I have intervention with in my life? It can be my child, it can be my spouse, it can be my client, it can be my superior, or it can be my subordinate. Could it be anybody? Can I only think of only partnership, where my partnership and my presence can bring the best out of the other person? So I went to this kind of a forum where I just kind of challenged the speaker itself when they were talking about something about coaching. And they challenged me back. It made me curious. What is this about? To be in that still space and to ask those powerful nudging questions and to listen to you even beyond how much you can listen to your own self, and sometimes even helping you to listen to your own self also. What we understand, feel through an experience is not something that you can express through words. Language actually limits our sensory experience. Okay? Even I feel what you express right now through language, beyond that was your experience.
Erase negativity, embrace positivity, embark evolution, embody experience. This is Anushly, the CEO and founder of Improshare Global Academy. I'm fortunate that she was in India from Sri Lanka for some master coaching certification course, and she extracted out a little bit of time from her busy schedule and we recorded this podcast. She is very senior coach in my executive coaching journey, but still I felt like a friend. And in this episode we discussed about what is coaching, what brought her to coaching, and who can adopt the coaching journey. And we discuss about life, about the life and coaching, and about the entanglement of purpose, life vision and coaching. So this episode is going to be very deep in terms of coaching, life and beyond that. Welcome to Let's Talk Clarity podcast, and today we are having a special guest, Anushly, with us, who has come all the way from Sri Lanka. So she was here for some trip, some organization or some training courses and all. So I requested her to be on my show, and she gracefully accepted that. So Anushly, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here, Rakesh.
How you landed in coaching, actually. Definitely that will be the best thing to start this podcast. How you landed in coaching, why coaching?
Yes, interesting. I think I always tell to my clients also the same thing, that my whole journey has been evolving.
Okay.
It's not like prescribed or planned or structured, saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do in next 5 years. So sometimes this question daunts me, what I want to become in 5 years. I don't know. If someone asked me 5 years back, will I be here today? I really didn't know that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
So
sure.
where will I be in another 5 years? I don't know. And I think me becoming comfortable with that unknown and just going with the flow has brought me here wherever I am. So I think rather than me deciding my journey, if as I have evolved now, I can put that into words. I think I kind of surrendered my journey to the life itself, to take me wherever it wants to take me. And I think even the people I have met is not just maybe sometimes by choice, but most of the times not by choice. Even you, Rakesh, just happened.
Yeah. But how coaching started? Means if you can share the trigger points or that moment when you decided that
now I have to start coaching, or
Yes.
coaching is starting in my life when you realized?
The interesting part is I did not know coaching is starting right now in this moment. I don't
Okay.
know a day like that. It has started somewhere, but the trigger, based on my awareness, I would say I was so interested about human behavior, psychology, and
okay.
all those things. So I went to this kind of a forum where I just kind of challenged the speaker itself when
Okay.
they were talking about something about coaching.
Mhm.
And they challenged me back. It made me curious. What is this about?
Okay.
What's so different about it? And I think that's what put me into structured coaching, like this credential, competency coaching, and all those things. And from there, I think why I came to ICF is because there was so much noise about ICF in the market. And that's how I met our mentor Jaya. And which is through LinkedIn actually. We have not met in advance through any forum or nothing like that. Just we connected and we synchronized. And I just trusted myself and I trusted her and I just jumped into the journey, which I am grateful for today. Because I can't even think of it like how, when I recall, how did I even just take a decision like that? I don't know. And so I think from there, it has been, I think, rather than saying that I am trying to coach somebody else, this coaching journey, me becoming a coach and coaching my clients, I'm sure you will also agree with me on that, has been kind of a parallel journey. While my clients are evolving, I'm also evolving.
Okay.
So it's like a win-win situation. And right now I'm in a state where I'm just thinking like, how can I partner with anybody that I have intervention with in my life? It can be my child, it can be my spouse, it can be my client, it can be my superior, or it can be my subordinate. Could it be anybody? Can I only think of only partnership where my partnership and my presence can bring the best out of the other person?
Okay.
That's what I think I have
this is actually the coaching definition of the coaching.
Yeah, it's like the definition of coaching. I think it's kind of becoming a ripple effect to my life itself. I'm seeing that.
Okay.
So how can I be that? So sometimes my conditioning takes me back to that, playing that role of superior, like a smaller person or a bigger person role. But I think with awareness, I'm bringing that partnership role always. How can I be a partner? Because I'm seeing the magic that it could do in a person.
Okay. So here I'm starting to become more curious, and let's share something about coaching, because there's a lot of fuss about coaching, life coaching, and a lot of things. It has come in the last maybe 5 years, 10 years. A lot of people have started that I am a life coach, I am a coach, but the definition which you have shared is totally different, and something which has to be partner. So if you can share, what is coaching, and how a new young graduate who just graduated from a college or school, he or she can start coaching and understand coaching, if you can throw some light on it.
Yeah. So for a young graduate, if you are looking for a coaching, I think we are conditioned in a way where we always look up to somebody. That's how our culture has conditioned us, right? And one of the young struggle that I had when I was in my young age was, I want to do things in my way, but my way did not align with how I was prescribed to do things. So I lived with this conflict for a very long time. And sometimes I became submissive to the other person's way, and most of the time I was conflicting with my own way of doing things. So when I was introduced to coaching, I felt like I got the power. Wow. I became like a Superman, or I can do things my way.
Yes.
And same time, I can also align with the other person.
Wow.
that synchronization also can happen, right?
Mhm.
So I think if you're a youngster who's thinking, should I consider coaching?
Mhm.
And I'm sure all the youngsters
Mhm.
who are ready to take the my way would really love coaching, because it's going to be your way. But why you need a coach is, a coach is like a vessel,
Vessel.
like
Okay.
a vessel holding you, that's holding the space for you
Mhm.
with their presence, and helping you to find your own way, your own potential, your own possibilities. And you might be wondering, like, in a world of doing,
Mhm.
why should I pay for someone
Mhm.
who is just holding a vessel for me?
Mhm.
But what you don't understand is, as coaches, all coaches are trained to be in that still space
Mhm.
and to ask those powerful nudging questions and to listen to you even beyond
Mhm.
how much you can listen to your own self, and sometimes even helping you to listen to your own self also,
Oneself also.
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't listen to our own self. The coaches actually help you to listen to your own self,
Wow. Super
like a
powerful.
sounding board,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in a doing world, it might be a little difficult to accept coaching. I understand that,
Mhm.
because the whole world and system is
Mhm.
manifested in, like, doing is like celebrated,
Mhm.
but being is much more powerful than that.
Being a coach. Yeah.
In your being presence, what coach brings to you is something beyond the doing. And for you to understand what it is, I think you have to actually experience a session. Until then, you won't understand that.
Mhm.
And let's say you're someone who doesn't believe in going on my way. I like to be pampered,
Mhm.
get only advice, directions, and go through my journey. I would say for you, why not just explore, experiment, and see
Mhm.
how does it feel not to listen to somebody else, not to follow somebody else, but to find my own voice. And I'll tell you why. Each and every human being in this world,
Mhm.
whatever that they are doing it to express their soul to the fullest self. Whatever that they are creating, whatever the service that they are offering,
Mhm.
this podcast can be anything that's happening in this world, is an expression of a soul. And I feel, as we were born as kids, we were born like that, with the fullest expression.
Yes. Yes.
That's why the kids don't worry who is watching, what is happening. We just do whatever we like
just
to
they
do,
play
and do. But I
they're
understand.
just running around.
Yeah, running around. In a society,
Yes.
yeah, I think in a societal setup, you have to be a little bit mindful about the certain space, right? Yeah. With that mindfulness, how can you still express yourself to the max?
Yeah.
So to bring, what does it mean? Only you will understand when you can go back to that child. And I think coaching is one way that you can go back to that child, where you can be your fullest expression. And when you become that your highest and fullest expression, you will understand how magnificent you are.
Super powerful. So from your answer, let me share one or maybe two incidents which came into my mind. That one is that means in India we are very fond of cricket. Yeah. So in 2011 when we won the World Cup, okay, so that point of time, our coach was Gary Kirsten. Okay, so and he was jumping and he was celebrated, and only two people were carried on their shoulders. One was Sachin Tendulkar, the other was coach Gary Kirsten. So whenever anyone asks me who is the coach, I immediately take their attention to our cricket coach. How important is coach because only 2% were carried on their shoulders. One was Sachin and other was the coach. So that is important. A coach can be in your life also.
Yes.
So that was the one. And the second thing which I remember is that I went to Leh. Leh Ladakh, if you remember, if you are having any idea of India. So first time I went to this lake, Pangong Lake, famous lake. And I was going and I was just feeling, okay, yeah, it is just another lake. It is just another lake. So how beautiful will it be? It is just another lake having water. And when I reached there and experienced the beauty of that lake, changing colors from blue to green, green to blue, sorry, then only I realized the beauty of Pangong Lake. This is the same way we can experience the coaching.
Yeah.
When you experience the coaching, then only you realize how beautiful or magnificent it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying something in between.
No. I was not saying. I was indulging in your experience as you were sharing and how it would have been. I was visualizing that, and that's so true. What we understand, feel through an experience is not something that you can express through words. Language actually limits our sensory experience. Okay. Even I feel what you express right now through language, beyond that was your experience. You maybe the language is limiting you in expressing that experience. Okay, because that soul's feeling is not everything can be put into words.
Yes.
Sometimes we say like, I don't know what is this. That's something that is telling me to do this. We say something sometimes like that, right? Or we say it's my calling.
Gut feeling.
Yeah. I know for sure that I need to do this. So sometimes I think even in my journey, when I feel I want to do this, I just do it. So I know that I am surrounded by people who think twice, 10 times, should I do this? You know how much indecision kills you? It kills you and it drains you, drains your energy, right? And I have been in that space of overthinker also. I have been in that space. I like reflect, overthink. I think with my evolving journey, along with my clients, I'm really grateful to say this always, that it's just not only my clients that I coach or the coaches that I mentor or supervise or train. It's just not only me, but all of us together have been growing in my journey.
Okay.
Because one of my core values is growing together. If I can't find that value, it just makes me feel like I'm not aligned to the thing that I'm doing. Okay. So wherever I go, I want to make sure that we all grow together. So this overthinking, from that, I also evolved. How can I stop draining my energy from that? Just go with it. What's the worst that could happen? Am I going to die out of it? I'm not going to die. Oh, that's okay. Then I can do this. I'm going to lose some money. That's okay. I believe in myself, my potential, and I believe in universe. Everything will be taken care of. Right? Yeah. I have had such situations, experience also.
I just became curious because you just tickle the word overthinking and all those things. So this overthinking and retrospecting and indecision has means a very big problem in our generation, our new generation. So if you can share how you dealt and maybe dealing right now also sometimes. So how you have dealt and how you came out of that overthinking situation. So
okay. So the thing is, you have to be a little bit courageous in this.
Okay.
It has a toll. It has a charge, fee for it. You don't get it free of charge. Not always. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, right? Suffering is the key way, I think, where the humans evolve.
Okay.
So how we as human beings see suffering is something not to be approached. Okay? Failure means what we think is something is not going in our way is what we call failure, right?
Yes.
Right? Knowing that every step you take forward is an experience and not a failure.
Not a failure. Okay.
An experience which you can invest again when you're taking the route number 2. Okay? So, how can we look at life as an experience and keep moving forward knowing that you're the only person who has the key?
Got it.
So, in that journey, you will have suffering, you will have pleasure,
Failures.
everything you will have, right? Now, how do you approach suffering? How do you approach the failure? How do you approach the fear? I think that, and how do you define them, that will make a difference on how do you keep moving forward.
Yeah.
A lot of people define failure, suffering, decisions like a dreadful thing.
Yeah.
Right?
It has been publicized like that only.
Like that, right? So even being aware of the conditioning that we are living with is also important. And if I have to say how coaching journey has helped me is cultivating my presence and awareness.
Presence and awareness.
Who I am and why am I here for and why am I put on this earth and what I should be, not should, let's remove the word should. It makes compulsion, right? I don't want it to be compulsive, right? What am I choosing to do?
Okay.
I'm always telling myself, I am choosing to do this.
I am choosing.
Not anyone else is imposing me. I am choosing to be here today, Rakesh, having a flight after this. Right?
Yes.
So I'm not putting pressure on you like nobody's under obligation for what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
I'm the only person under obligation. Right? So it's a journey, ownership, I guess.
Taking 100% responsibility.
Ownership to your journey.
Yes.
You don't say this system is not working, my spouse is not working, my kids are not doing this, not that. So
my
this
leaders, my politician.
Nothing, yeah. So this complaining mind is coming from an ego space.
Okay.
Complaining mind is coming from ego space. The ego always wants to find a way to, come through you. So, what life would be if I don't complain about anything? Just sit and think about it. This is what I like to leave with the audience for the question you asked, right?
Can you share that question again? Yeah.
What life would be if you don't complain in this moment?
Wow. Super powerful.
Even this room can be a heaven. Yeah? It's all our perspectives. How we perceive. And also, I think a lot of places you would have heard this. How can we start looking at what's the best that could happen rather than what's the worst that could happen?
Yes.
Right? We are always, our mind is trained to look, not trained, I think potentially that's again the ego is talking to us, I think. What's the worst that could happen? So the more and more we keep thinking about it, the overthinking will take over.
Yes.
And it will not allow us to move on. Now, that's why I'm saying it's a courageous journey.
Courageous journey, yes.
If you ask me, can I live without a meal today by taking a decision? I can. And that's why I'm taking this decision. Now, can everyone do that? I don't know. So it's a choice that you have to mindfully take it. And not all the decisions will be some critical like that. There could be decisions like that too. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So for me, when I was taking my own mastery journey in coaching or my spiritual space, it was a journey like that for me. I'm even ready to let go a meal for a day if it has to go to that extent, because that journey was so important to me. Going inside and understanding my existence of why am I here. So that I'm very clear why am I here. I'm only here as an instrument for greater good.
So, Anushly, thank you for sharing about overthinking and how you have dealt, and someone can dealt with it. And but let's take this journey ahead and discuss about your career. And if you can share, what are your top three highs or top three learning of your last 15, 20 years of career?
Okay. One is abandonment. When people abandon you, it's like a really painful thing,
Yes, yes, yeah.
right? So you become you start thinking like you're the victim.
Victim, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then once you come out of that, you think you're like the survivor. Hey, I'm the hero kind
Warrior,
of a feeling,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm the warrior, right? Okay. I think both of them come from a place of ego. That's what I've realized.
Okay.
And I've come to a understanding and peace with it, saying that I'm not a victim of my life. I'm not a survivor of my life.
Mhm.
It's just an experience of my life. And when you know that you're not a victim and not a survivor,
Mhm.
it's like a neutral place.
Neutral place. Okay.
Do you understand what I
Yes.
mean by that? Okay.
Mhm.
That comes from a place where you don't become superior to anybody and you don't become inferior to anybody.
Anybody? Okay.
Because the victim space comes from an inferior space. I'm thinking that I'm a victim, I'm small, like somebody hurt me and kind of thing, right? And I become like this people pleaser, telling everyone the story. I was affected like this and all those things. I did
Okay.
that. Not that I didn't do, I did that. And then I come to a place like, oh, I survived through
I
this.
did it,
Baba,
yeah.
I did it. And it comes from a superior space.
Mhm.
And now I'm in a very neutral space saying that I'm not a victim, I'm not a survivor. It's just experience of my life, which has given me the wisdom
Mhm.
to carry forward this journey.
Wow.
So that's a place where you don't give the power to anybody else or any situation or circumstance or any reward or award that is outside you.
Mhm.
That you say from a place inside you. The power is only with you.
With you.
Whether your victory,
Mhm.
whether your failure, whichever the word that you want to use,
Yes.
none of it can influence you. Only it's you who can influence you. So, yes, I have interventions with other individuals like how I'm having right now.
Mhm.
I think the shift that has happened, the wow
Mhm.
you were asking about also, right? How can I honor myself while honoring the other person?
According to the person.
I'm sure that I don't want to be sure for everybody. There could be some people who would have gone through the cycle that I've gone through as well, right? There was a time that I was fighting and becoming very submissive in my journey, like becoming a follower,
Mhm.
right? But there was a conflict in the deeper self. And from there, I evolved and understood my power. And then I said, okay, it's got to be my way.
Mhm.
So I don't be a follower. But what happens in a system when you don't be a follower? You become isolated.
Yes.
And you are like confused. Like I'm trying to do things what I love to do and why I don't. Still, there's something missing. You have a feeling. You don't want to harm others by being your way, being yourself. And I think that's where I landed in this journey of how can I honor myself and also honor you, honor Anushly and honor Rakesh. And I think that I found the wisdom that there's a space that we both meet together.
Mhm.
So when I come with intervention with others, I meet the other person from that space. So you also feel powerful and I also will feel powerful. You don't have to let go your power in any intervention that you come across with me. And you don't have to be my client. You can be anybody to me. I think possibly that's why you were saying that you were feeling like, in the screen, that was your, maybe that energy shift did not communicate. I don't know what was happening there. Probably, I don't know. I'm just thinking that. I don't know, right?
No.
So, the point is like, when I meet like that, I see myself in Rakesh. So, I'm honoring myself, and Rakesh means I'm also, it's as a holistically that oneness.
Oneness.
Yes. I don't know to put this in words, but it's an experience basically. I don't know how to put this in words. So this evolved. This was one of my greatest aha in my journey, because I can meet the other person where they are without let going my power. And I can also meet the other person where they are without allowing them to let go their own power too.
Okay.
And I think that's also one of my deeper intention, like nobody should feel powerless in my presence.
They should feel empowered, or
I mean, I'm not giving the power.
yes,
It's
yes.
inside them.
Okay.
All of us have our own power inside
Powers.
us.
Yes.
But my presence should not take away someone else's power, or should not make them feel that they are less powerful than me. That's also, I think, I have inside me as one of my intention.
Okay.
Actually, in a corporate context, it may not work. I agree with you on that.
Okay.
Because people want to hire you only when they can see you like this, like if you have to be my coach, you have to be one step higher than me, 10 steps higher than me.
Mentor, coach.
Yeah, right. But I think I have made an intentional decision. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to be in my journey. And whoever aligns with this can hire me. And if you don't want to hire me, I'm okay. I'm okay living without skipping a bill for a month. That decision I have taken in my journey.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it's a very courageous journey. It doesn't mean I only have that courage. All of you, all the listeners, everybody have that courage. It's a choice that we have to make.
So here I have started to become more curious. From where you are getting so much clarity and so deepness from, means if you can say something, some tools or some books or some, from where you are getting so much clarity, or I can say, means so much calmness in your behavior and so much down to earth, from where it is coming from?
I don't want to take ownership for where is it coming from. You were asking this question, right, when we were coming, like, how is that only you were selected?
Yes.
And I told that it's not that I was selected, I was meant to be in that space, right? Sometimes I think when you surrender yourself to life, life chooses you sometimes what you are being. That's number one. It's not that I am choosing, right? When I say I am choosing to be this, I did use the word I am choosing. It's like what I meant by that is my awareness. I'm being aware of what I'm being in this moment. But I think who I am being is an investment of two things. One is me continuously working on myself, not putting a full stop with a certificate or credential or a badge. Okay, because you know this Vishwamitra, those kind of well-known people, even they have missed their life moment in a single moment, right? Like when he was praying, in a moment, his presence and attention got a bit diverted, and that actually changed his fate. So if there's something that we can learn from those in stories, is that it's a continuous, I call it present continuous. It's a present continuous work that you have to do, right?
Okay, wow.
And it is not like you accomplish something. No, there's no accomplishment in this. You just keep going on this
Keep
journey,
going,
right?
yes.
And does it mean I always be like this? No.
Hmm.
I will also have that distractive moments
Yes.
as a human being, because my ego is inside my head or wherever it is, I don't know. Okay? It will come and disturb me.
Yes.
I think my conversation with my ego helps me with awareness to catch it and have a conversation and let go what I'm supposed to let go and please whatever I need.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be moments of my ego interfering and shaking, distracting, creating nonsense. So I'm not a saint. I want all the listeners to know that. Right? I'm just like a normal human being. But same time, I also know that I have the power of choice to build up my awareness, to keep myself, I call myself metaphorically being in a state of deep sea.
Deep sea, okay.
When you are in the deep sea, how you will be? You're detached, like sense of silence. This is a totally different world, being in a deep sea, right? So I think sometimes I come to the surface level also. My ego will bring me to the surface level, and I will have my different waves also.
Yes.
But I think my awareness helps me to go back to the deep sea.
Deep sea, okay.
And that is only making you feel whatever you're feeling right now. But it is not permanent. I want you to know that also. Because my ego is with me. I am well aware of that. So, tool is cultivating your awareness.
Awareness, okay.
Now, one of the mistakes people do by reading books or maybe even listening to podcasts or videos could be is trying to copy, paste what you read or listen or watch.
The same framework, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You might pick few things like a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle. You pick one from Rakesh podcast. You pick one thing from the YouTube. You pick from something from the book. And you pick one thing from your own wisdom also. And you create a new puzzle. That puzzle is only going to best suit you and will make you feel satisfied. Because the moment you start copying, first time it might be like, wow. Over a period of time, your soul will start tickling you, asking, are you sure you're on the right path? And then, because it's seeking, it is asking you to be who you are. Be your fullest expression. And your fullest expression cannot be carbon copied by anybody else. Rakesh can be only Rakesh. Yes. Anushly can be only Anushly. And another reason is I chose to be myself always.
Okay.
And I think I only know to be myself.
That was a good one.
I don't know to be somebody else. So it's easy for me, effortless.
Wow, such a powerful insights you have shared. And Anushly, that was so deep, and actually I wanted to keep talking and keep discussing these things.
And I will miss my flight.
So, but thank you so much for coming on the show and taking out time from your busy schedule and doing this podcast. I'm so grateful to you that you came and you shared such a deep wisdom, which I'm still reflecting on. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. And I have a kind request to audience is that you may not have to agree 100%. Everything that we speak is partially the truth and partially not truth to you potentially. I always say in the spaces that I hold, you can share anything because everything that we say is partially right and partially wrong. Okay? So it's okay to agree or disagree with what I said. It's my journey. That's it. I shared in this space. There's something that's useful to you, pick it up, but don't copy. Be your own version, original version. And the other thing I want to say is that if I'm talking today in this space, it's not a single person's presence. It's a collective presence and consciousness has created me as who I am today and brought me and has made me sit here. So I have to give gratitude for all those people, things, systems has been part of my journey for making me who I am today, and I'm in advance grateful to whatever that's going to evolve from this journey. Thank you, Rakesh. I'm really grateful to you for this space.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग लेट्स टॉक क्लैरिटी पॉडकास्ट। और अगर इस पॉडकास्ट को आप और आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं तो लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और कमेंट सेक्शन में ज़रूर डालिए क्या आपको इस एपिसोड में अच्छा लगा, क्या आप इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहते हैं, या फिर वो भी डालिए अगर आपको कोई गेस्ट जिसको आप लेट्स टॉक क्लैरिटी पॉडकास्ट में लाना चाहते हैं तो उनका नाम और लिंक दे दीजिए। I will try to make them come on my podcast. So, thank you for watching this episode.